Good afternoon. This is Mr. Ayers, one of the agriculture teachers here at Madison High School. First, let me say I appreciate the teachers taking a little bit of their class time to show this video. Students, I want to let you know about an exciting opportunity for you to become involved in a very strong program that we have here in our school system. First, I want you to think about this. Do the following words interest you? Nature, environment, soils, wildlife, water, air, forestry, science, life. If any of those words are of interest to you, then I strongly encourage you to pay attention to the next few minutes as I explain to you a great opportunity for you to become involved in a very unique and strong program that we have here in Madison County Schools. Before describing the program, first let me start off by saying that we here in Madison County in western North Carolina have a very unique resource. The mountains around us that we all love and cherish very much are very unique. It's one of the most biodiverse populations and areas in all of the world. It presents a very unique resource that we have here in our mountains, and I feel as though that a lot of our students here in our schools are attracted to and interested in the areas of nature and the environment. And you have an incredible ability to become involved in this program, which will play to those strengths and those interests in that area. The program that I'm speaking of is called the North Carolina Envirothon program. This is actually a statewide contest, and it goes hand in hand with our environmental natural resource program that we have here in Madison County Schools. If you are a student who again enjoys the nature and the environment and wants to be challenged and learn more in the areas of soils, wildlife, water, forestry, and also current environmental issues, then I think that this program will be very beneficial to you. Let me explain how this contest works. It will challenge students in their knowledge as well as their application of skills in the following areas. Again, we have 5 different areas that we mainly look at. First, we have aquatics, aquatic ecology. I'm going to go into each one of these areas separately in just a moment. We have current environmental issues. This is one of the other 5 areas. Forestry, soil and land use, and wildlife. Additionally, at the state level contest, some oral presentation skills are involved as well. Next, I want to focus on each of these 5 major areas and let you know how the contest works. So basically, there will be a team of 5 students, and each of those 5 students will become an expert in one of these 5 areas: aquatics, current environmental issues, forestry, soils, or wildlife. And the students rotate through stations, taking knowledge tests and again applying skills in each of these different areas. So as a team rotates to a station, they rely heavily on the expert that is on their team in that area. All team members take the test together as a team. And again, you're applying your knowledge and applying the skills in each of these individual areas. Next, I want to take a look and speak about specifically what all students will be challenged with and what they'll learn in each of these specific areas. What is very exciting and unique this coming year with our Envirothon program is we have 5 of our very own teachers here at Madison High School who are going to be the coaches of the different areas. So in the science department we have Mrs. Gentry, Miss Marr, Miss Parker, and then in the agriculture department you have Mr. Michael and again myself, Mr. Ayers. And what we're going to do is the 5 of us are going to take those students who are interested in this program and each of us is going to focus on a specific area with those experts. So, for instance, myself, Mr. Ayers, I'll be working with those that will be the forestry experts on their teams. And what each of us will do is we will set aside some practice time to prepare for this event. We'll heavily use smart lunch and maybe a little bit of time outside of class, outside of school time, as the time nears for our competition. We're getting a real early start, which is really good to see. The competitions, there's a regional competition early March, and then if we do well enough there, those teams that do well enough and qualify, they'll move on to the state competition, which will be later on in March. So we're very excited to be able to combine all these different teachers from these different departments and use our skills and our interest to enhance the skills of our students who are interested in our environmental, natural resource, and Envirothon program. Additionally, I wanted to share with you that Envirothon has been a program that we've had at our school for several years now, and it's been one that we've been very competitive with. Miss Michelle Franklin down at the middle school has been very involved and started teams, and students have continued to participate in this program the last several years. We're hoping to increase the interest, increase the number of teams this coming year. And I will say that we've also been very competitive. The last 3 years on the state level in our senior team, our senior team has finished third, second, and second in the state contest. So we hope to see an increased interest in this program, and I certainly feel as though with the combination, all the different efforts and the interest with so many different people, that it won't be long before we'll have a state champion in this Envirothon program. If any of this information piques your interest, students, then we encourage you to attend our interest meeting that will be today during a lunch in Mrs. Marr's room, which is in the science wing. Yes, I know that you may miss a little bit of lunch initially, but we will finish up pretty quickly, and would encourage you to come to our meeting first, and then the line will be have died down, and you'll be able to go back to lunch during B-lunch. This will be a smart lunch activity that you'll be able to sign in, and you'll learn all the different ways that we're going to continue to progress with your interest in this program. And let me just say one other thing, that again, Envirothon is something that's a very strong program here, but I want you to think about the opportunities beyond this. Again, in Western North Carolina, we have a very unique culture and also resource here. We have a lot of our former graduates that are going into the field of biology or ecology or environmental science or environmental engineering. There are a host of colleges that have programs here in Western North Carolina. Haywood Community College has one of the strongest 2-year environmental natural resource programs all over the United States. Plus there's programs at Western Carolina, Appalachian State, UNC Asheville, Warren Wilson, Brevard College, and even AB Tech has some programs in environmental engineering. So this is something that can be extended beyond just your years here at high school. Additionally, many of our students are receiving scholarships, and if you have time in class, I encourage you to continue to stay tuned. I'm going to also share with you some past pictures and videos of not only the Envirothon program, but also we have a week-long camp during the summer, which has been going on for the last few summers, and we're encouraging students to get involved in this free camp as well. So if you can, please stay tuned for more pictures for that. If not, I encourage you to contact me, Mr. Ayers, or any of the other teachers involved with this program. Also, you can look us up on our Facebook pages. Before we go into detail on the specific areas and the content that you'll see in those areas, I want to scroll through some pictures from the Envirothon website real quickly so students get a better idea of what all is involved in the contest. So just enjoy the slideshow just for a second. Good thing about this contest is students really actually get outside, get their hands on experience. Again, they're using all their observation skills in addition to their knowledge that they've gained from learning of the resources that they've provided. Again, this is a really unique challenge. This is, I think, for students who are looking for an additional challenge to their basic coursework, and they have an appreciation for and maybe a desire in learning more about the environmental natural resource areas. Again, this is a very strong program that has been in our county for a long time, and we're very excited about the future opportunities that it holds for our students. Again, especially with all the involvement of all the teachers, and from the middle school to the high school, and even at the early college. In addition to that, we've got lots of people in our community with really strong following and support for this program. Before we move on any further, I just want to be clear that let students know that this is for anybody in Madison County schools that's in middle school, the high school, or the early college. You don't necessarily have to take a specific class or be involved in a specific organization or club. This is for anybody who has any interest. Additionally, if there's any homeschool students in the county that are interested in this program, they can contact me and we can see if you can see, and I can inform you on how you can get involved as well. In the area of aquatics, students will be challenged and again apply skills and knowledge in knowing the importance and availability of water, being able to identify various components of aquatic ecosystems, and we're talking about stream ecology as well as pond ecology. Know the main types of aquatic organisms, so you're going to identify lots of the different organisms that you will find in an aquatic environment. Be able to describe and identify the ecosystems in aquatic ecosystems. Identify the types of water pollution, know their sources, their impact, and know methods to prevent those pollutions as well, that prevent pollution, and also include best management practices. Those students involved in studying wildlife and being the wildlife expert will understand the basics of wildlife ecology, understand the organization of life and relationships among organisms, understand the importance of habitat for wildlife, identify a habitat, what it must provide, and define each component of a habitat. Also, they'll understand the importance of habitat, the various types of habitat, the species associated with those particular habitats. Also, they will understand what the term wildlife includes, the identifying characteristics of various species, representative members of the species, roles that they play in the environment and in the ecosystem, the interaction of those different species of wildlife. They will understand the concepts and practices of wildlife management and conservation. The application of skills in the wildlife area, students will need to be able to identify animals based on their pelt, fur, scat, tracks, as well as skull. Again, if you're interested, we hope to see you today during the interest meeting and during a lunch in Miss Marr's room. Hope to see you there. Students, I want to leave you with one lasting quote that I think speaks to the importance of your involvement in this program. It's important for the future of our world that you become aware and involved in environmental issues. The great President Theodore Roosevelt said, "We become great because of the lavish use of our resources. The time has come to inquire seriously what will happen when our forests are gone, when the coal, the iron, the oil, and the gas are exhausted, when the soils have still further impoverished and washed into the streams, polluting the rivers, denuding the fields, and obstructing navigation." Students, that's up to you. You are the future, and you hold the key to success of our environmental natural resources. Consider that, and we hope that you'll consider becoming part of our program. Thank you for listening. Additionally, I want to make students aware of our summer camp that we have. I think last year was our third year we've done our summer camp. It's a free camp. It's a 5-day camp that we have in the summertime. Usually it's a set of 3 consecutive days and then another set of 2 consecutive days. And we've done a variety of hands-on field trips, again, regarding environmental natural resources. Just scroll through some of these pictures from last year's eco camp, or Camp Eco is what we call it. We went to the fish hatchery. A few pictures there from the fish hatchery. Great program about wildlife there as well at the fish hatchery. We visited a serpentarium, which was pretty cool. Toured the waste treatment facility. Did some stream cleanup and some stream ecology, aquatic work, sampling invertebrates and organisms in the stream. It's pretty cool. We toured Warren Wilson College and learned about environmental conservation practices at Warren Wilson College. Also, we toured Montreat College and their environmental natural resource program there as well. These pictures are from Purchase Knob. We went up there and did some salamander sampling, as well as learned about tardigrades. Did some lab work under the microscope and examined organisms that we found, that we sampled. First day of Eco Camp Envirothon, of Eco Camp this past summer, students went fishing in a pond. So it's pretty cool camp. Again, it's free. We've done that every summer. So again, if you're interested in that, let us know. I also wanted to make students aware of opportunities to stay connected through social media. We have several Facebook pages. The Madison Envirothon page. Again, we've got some pictures here of past activities, specifically for our Envirothon team the last handful of years. You can see all the awesome things that they've done the last handful of years there. Pretty cool stuff. Additionally, we have the Madison Environmental Science and Natural Resource Facebook page. These are some pictures from Envirothon from last year, as well as class field trips taken by the classes that I teach and Miss Parker teaches regarding environmental and natural resources. The video got cut off a little bit there, but just to continue, you've got a host of opportunities to take classes here at Madison High School that focus on environmental and natural resource. Again, the 2 classes that I teach, both of those sections that you see there, level 1 and 2, are for any student. You see the different grade levels, and again, you do have the capability of those being an honors class. Additionally, you have 2 AP classes that are closely related to the content of environmental natural resource. AP Environmental Science and then AP Biology. And we do a lot of cross-curricular work. And again, you're focusing on these different areas of environmental natural resource and the majority of the units studied in these classes. So I encourage you that if you're interested in environmental natural resources, to also become a part of our Envirothon program. But additionally, take our classes as again, we want make this a continued focus for our students here at the high school. One of the extensions or additional opportunities for students involved with our program is the last several years through working with our local soil and water conservation office. We've been able to send several students to a week-long camp at NC State University in the summer, which is absolutely free, and it's called RCW, which stands for Resource Conservation Workshop. Here are just a few pictures from the camp the last several years. So basically, you'll be at NC State for a week. You'll be there with students from all over North Carolina. You stay in dorms, you learn about campus life, and then every day is filled with field activities, as you can see, and some classroom work where you're continuing to gain knowledge and skills in the area of environmental natural resources. Also, of course, you'll be able to learn about specific careers and additional opportunities for scholarship as well. Again, you get to know people from across the state and learn about lots of different best management practices related to environmental conservation. It's a great opportunity for students that have become involved with our environmental natural resource program. In addition to this camp, again, we here at the high school, we have several courses that teach these objectives. Myself, I teach 2 levels of Environmental Natural Resource 1 and also Environmental Natural Resource 2. Students can enroll in those classes every year. I teach those classes. You do have the option to take those classes as an honors credit. And this is what we study. We study wildlife, soils, water, ecology. If students choose the current environmental issues category to focus, students will have a set of current environmental issue articles which they will read and need to be knowledgeable about. This is very critical. Environmental issues are constantly arising. As we all know, the population of humans here on Earth continues to increase, and because of that, the environmental impact that those humans have continues to increase, and that creates a wide range of current environmental issues. And so these issues focus on both the positive and the negative of each of these issues, and students will become knowledgeable in not only the issues themselves, but also learn about different ways to look into solving these different environmental issues. Students that are focused on the soils category will be challenged and apply skills to gain a basic understanding of the soil ecosystem. They'll also recognize basic soil forming factors, know the different properties of soil, understand soil biology, learn how to use a soil survey and find specific information on soils and their use and management. Also, you'll understand the land capability classification systems. You'll learn how to identify different types of soil and know how to appropriately recommend the proper use of those soils. If students are interested in the area of forestry, they will be again challenged with their knowledge and application of skills, understanding the forest development stages and succession, understanding the concept processes of forest ecology, understanding the developmental stages, structuring, and different types of forest, understanding the structure, processes, reproduction, life cycle, and identification of pests and diseases of trees. They'll also understand how we harvest and use forest products through understanding what silviculture is. Also, they'll understand the role of fire and what that role of fire plays in forest management and ecology. Again, students will apply skills in this area. They will learn how to identify various different species of trees, as well as being able to understand and know how to evaluate the amount of harvestable timber in a stand of trees.